Hey everyone, I'm Diane Harris with Bandit, and really quick, I wanted to do a video to show you how a partial seam works. I've cut patches for a really simple quilt block, and it's behind me here, and the purpose of a partial seam is it helps you create the illusion that something has been set in when in fact you used this little trick instead. So here's where the partial seam is started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually have each of these green rectangles be attached to this square. And do you see how normally if you were going to surround this red patch with the green, you would have to have two short ones on the sides and then a long one at the top and the bottom. But instead, you can surround the whole thing with patches that are the same length. And here is how that works if you use a partial seam. So I've already sewn this green rectangle, and I've just sewn to about halfway down the red square. So this is where I've sewn, and I go ahead and open that up, and I have pressed that portion, and you can see that this part here is still loose. So that's where the partial seam, the first part of it happens. Okay, so then that makes it so that this patch here can be sewn above. So you take care of that one next. Then this one is sewn to the side and it fits just perfectly. Then this one is added down here like so. And then to complete the block, you go ahead and complete this seam. So you fold this over and complete this second portion of the partial seam. And so it's a technique that sounds scarier than it really is, and it comes in really handy at lots of different times. And I've decided to make this little video because we talked about this in a class that I just taught on improvisational curves. So you end up with all these blocks in lots of different sizes, and a partial seam can come in really handy when it's time to sew them together. So I hope you find that helpful. I'm Diane Harris with Bandit.